and gentlemen, please
be advised of the following facts.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. On a good night, listener discretion is advised.
What did that guy say?
I don't know. That music was ripping, though.
The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. That's 1-800-LOVE-191.
And now, here's LoveLine with your hosts, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, it is LoveLine. Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Tonight our guest is author Jackie Collins. Jackie, you're going to make it through the whole night with your headphones being worn like that? Where are you going after this?
Where am I going? Probably, I don't know, maybe to a party or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all dolled up.
Can you turn her mic up?
Yes.
Brett, I can't hear her.
Boy, I'll tell you, we got to start. We got to go ahead and start paying people to work here because this intern staff is just not. Brett, how's it going in there?
Try again, Jackie.
Brett's pissed already.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's much better.
Is that better?
That's much better.
We like to work the kinks out as we go.
This is good. No, just coming from dinner.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I wasn't sitting around in my house waiting to come here.
But you're going to hang out the whole night, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll hang out as long as you want me to.
Okay, because the show goes till 4 in the morning.
Oh, great. That's good because I'm doing satellites at 4 in the morning.
Oh.
This will fit in nicely.
Oh, that's schedule. So you're out promoting your latest book, Thrill. Is that the 17th, or did you write 17 before that, and this is the 18th?
It's the 17th.
Oh, and Jackie has written a lot of stuff, has all on the bestseller list. What was the thing? I threw away a piece of paper. I underlined something pretty impressive. But basically, Jackie has 200 million?
Yeah.
You've sold that many books?
Uh-huh. Well, I've never been out of print. I've been writing for over 20 years. I've never been out of print, and my books are published in 38 countries.
Oh. Wow.
So there's a lot of books out there. And the great thing is that they've never been out of print. And people start reading me when they're very young.
Yeah.
You know, I get all these 20-year-old girls coming up to me now and going, I learned all about sex from you.
Oh.
And I get a lot of married couples who go, well, you know, the wife was reading the book, and I thought, oh, Jesus, when is she going to finish with this? And then I read it, too, and then after the two of us had a great time together.
And some of these books are, man, are you sexed up. I like that. Hollywood Wives, that was a miniseries, right? Half these things have turned into miniseries, right? The Stud. I remember when that
was a
came
movie.
out.
That was a theatrical
Wasn't
movie.
your sister in this?
She starred in that, naked on a swing. I said to her, now, I don't think we should have any nudity in this. It'll all be very subliminal. She said, absolutely. The next thing I know, I go to the Rushes, and there she is, naked on a swing over a swimming pool. But that was okay, because it was a very successful movie.
The Bitch.
Bitch.
Who was in that? Producer Ann? No, she wasn't in that.
Yes.
Did they turn that into a miniseries?
That was actually, no, it was a movie, theatrical movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And basically, I've not read any of your books, but don't take any offense to that.
That's all right.
I don't
won't take any at all.
I don't read anybody's books.
You know, my biggest critics are the people who've never read me. They go, well, you know.
Oh, I'm no critic.
Oh, good.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I totally approve of what you're doing and the way you portray young women.
Well, I have a series of books called the Sant'Angelo series,
Yes.
which was Chances, Lucky, Lady Boss, and Vendetta, which is 4 books about an extremely strong woman who's like a kind of mafia daughter, and she gets married 4 times, and she takes revenge on people who do her family wrong, and she owns hotels in Las Vegas and builds them, and then she finally owns a studio in Hollywood called Panther Studios.
And how much of this, and maybe this isn't this one you just mentioned isn't a great example, but a lot of your books are based on real people, real celebrities, things that actually go on,
yeah,
right?
This is true, but Thrill is actually a good example of that, because my readers like to play the guessing game, and I think it's because they can almost recognize the characters, and then they just kind of don't get it quite right.
How do you do the field work on it? These people you just meet socially and sort of fill in the gaps for yourself?
I've more or less lived in Hollywood all my life, so I know everybody. I mean, I kind of I go to I'm not writing about Hollywood with my nose pressed against the mansion door. I'm writing about Hollywood from the inside out, so I know all the players, the producers, the directors, the movie stars. They're all friends of mine, and so I don't write about them in a mean way, but I kind of disguise them so you don't really know who it is. And in Thrill, it's about a beautiful movie star, and she's so gorgeous that men are so totally intimidated by her that she can't get a date. So she's got this kind of triangle going with her ex-husband and her best friend. And
Adam, by the way, doesn't believe there is such a person.
No.
Lara Ivory. Very gorgeous. She meets this guy.
Yeah.
And as the reader, you go, is he good?
I don't know any women that are
bad?
so good looking that they can't get a date.
Well, she could get a date. I mean, she could get laid anytime
not
she
the right
wants,
guy.
but not
Yes.
the right guy. She wants a relationship. They're scared of her.
Well, let's talk about you for just one moment
Very
instead
well.
of your characters. You're pretty good looking for someone who
Thank
decided to make a living writing.
I love writing. I love what I do.
All right, but shouldn't you be, I mean, didn't you come out here to be in front of the camera?
Well, I was 15 when I came out here, a long time ago, right? And I came out of here. My parents had, I'd been thrown out of school in England, and my sister was a movie star in Hollywood, and they said, okay, Juvenile Hall or Hollywood.
Why were you thrown out?
Well, we used to have this resident flasher, and we used to go and play tennis every Wednesday, all us little schoolgirls in our school uniform, and they all used to avert their eyes, and I used to wave at him and say, hi, cold day today, isn't it? So the teachers thought this was very rude, and then I played truant a lot, and they finally said, she's got to go, she's too bad.
Was this like a girls' school where you all wore
Yeah,
uniforms?
it was a girls' school, uniforms, all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And they threw you out of that, and you came out.
me out.
Did you stay with Joan when you came out here?
Well, she met me at the airport, and she said, you better learn to drive. I was nearly 16. She said, because I'm going off on location. She was gone for a year, so I had her apartment, a list of affluent friends, and then I had all my own friends who were pumping gas and parking cars, like the Dionne Warwick song. So I really saw the city from both sides.
And when did you begin your writing then?
Well, I was always writing, and so I sort of vaguely dabbled with trying to be an actress for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always an out-of-work writer. That's what I was going to do. So I was always telling stories. I started telling stories at school when I was like 8.
It just seems like such a waste when someone really good-looking writes. You know, I'm thoroughly against that. I know you
like being the other side of the camera. I produce and write all my own miniseries too.
Oh, you do?
10 hours of primetime on NBC.
Oh, and by the way, when does it become just a series? I mean, does it have to just air once a week forever to become a series? Or you see a lot of miniseries.
It's different because a miniseries is an event. You know, so you have 6 hours of prime time.
Is that 6 hours?
And you make it an event, yes.
Yeah.
But a series is a weekly deal.
All right, I remember seeing Roots when I was a kid, and that was my first exposure to the miniseries.
That was a miniseries. That was good.
All right, so Jackie Collins is here. She's going to probably knows more about sex than anybody who's calling.
I doubt if I know more about you, too.
Have you been married like 40 times or anything like that?
No, I was married once, and my husband died about 6 years ago.
Okay, now I feel like an ass.
Yes, don't you?
But you've been swinging like a pendulum ever since, right?
No, I got engaged immediately, and I've been with my fiancé for 4 years.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do. I have 3 grown daughters.
Oh,
who
they
are
must be
great
good
girls.
looking. How old are they?
They're fabulous.
Are they
They're in
good looking?
their 20s. They're great looking.
Here's what I'd like, Jackie.
To meet my 3 daughters.
Well, yes, but in a professional environment. I need a ride to the airport tomorrow.
Oh.
I'm putting this out to the listeners. Drew,
I'm not taking
so
you back.
help me.
I'm not taking you back.
But you're taking me to the airport with you tomorrow.
You can come stay.
I'm not coming to sleep at your house and sit in your car while you
Wait
make
a minute,
rounds at
don't
5:30.
whine. Don't whine. It's
Hold on,
very
Jackie.
unattractive.
But listen.
Okay, why do you need a ride, and why are you going, and where are you going?
Let me explain what's going on.
Okay.
Drew and I have to be down at LAX tomorrow
Okay.
morning for a flight that leaves at, I believe, 7:05.
Neither of us have checked to see if that's true. You've
could
been
be-
using that number. I'm
Well,
assuming
I
it's
want you
right.
to know that while you're there at 7:05, I will have probably done 10 satellite TVs by that time.
Oh, really?
So I can't feel sorry for
Can
you.
you yeah, but you'll be getting millions of dollars, and I'll be eating honey roasted nuts, and that were shot out of a
Honey-roasted nuts?
cannon out
Sounds
at
good
me.
to me.
And by the way, if there's anyone listening who runs the airport, let's go back to the bad for you food. I'm not into the low-cal, cholesterol-free pretzels. I don't want to sit there like some kind of goddamn farm animal while I'm on my plane. I want to eat some honey roasted nuts.
So why won't Drew take you to the airport?
Here's the situation.
Okay.
We're going to finish the show tonight at midnight. Drew will get home at 12:30. Okay.
Right.
Drew must leave for the airport by, let's say, 5:45 tomorrow morning.
Right.
Somewhere in between those two times, he has to go to the hospital and make the rounds. So instead of picking me up and us going to the airport at 5:45 in the morning, he now says, I have to make the rounds. You'll have to get to the airport yourself. He has suggested as an alternative that I go home with him tonight, sleep on his sofa, wait in his car while he makes the rounds at 5:30 tomorrow morning, and then we can go to the airport together.
Don't you have a car?
I have a car, but why should we both drive separately all the way out there and both pay $50 for the storage and everything when he could just slide on over to my house after he makes the rounds and pick me up?
And I can't take you home either.
So you're
I can get home.
Okay.
So you'll pick me up, or Jackie will drive me.
So you're a cheap whiner, too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Not just a whiner, but cheap with it.
Listen, I know how to satisfy a woman, though, Jackie.
Oh,
please.
good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes. And I know women, as they get older, get a little hornier. Is that
Do
true?
they?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You look
Oh.
spectacular, but I know you're not in your 20s.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, my daughters are in their 20s. I already told you that. That was
yeah,
very
but
good detective
I'm not.
work on your
I'm not
part.
interested in them because they're not in their sexual peak.
Okay,
You
okay,
were
okay.
just entering my wheelhouse
I see.
sexually. Is that true? Has
I
your
don't
libido
think so.
gone up as you've gotten older?
No, my libido was always pretty good.
Really?
Yes.
From the time you're chasing
Should
the
have seen it when I was
flasher
14.
around.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, so Jackie, you will add some feminine instinct to the show, and we will
Okay,
take some
good.
calls.
Excellent.
And Drew will take me to the airport tomorrow. I can't believe you, Drew. Or I'm going to put it out to the listeners and have some crazed crackhead take me in there.
Okay.
And you will have it
That'll
on
be
your
fine.
conscience.
That'll be fine.
Drew doesn't care.
Greg.
Yeah.
All right, if there's anyone who wants to take me to the airport tomorrow, they can go. Any female who wants to take me. I'm scared of guys. And women
Wait a
drive
minute.
better.
The female listeners out there should know he's very good looking.
Mm.
Yeah, a little bit of a whiner, slightly cheap, but he's not bad.
They
I mean,
know.
you should take him.
That's what I like about Jackie. She knows how to make a man feel like a man.
Oh, and he's very good in bed. So
Yes.
he says.
Yeah, just take
But
my
I'm
word
always
for
a
it.
little bit suspicious about men who have to, sing their own praises.
Well, here.
You should have a woman running in and doing it for you.
My penis is only average size, but I compensate with attitude.
I can see
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Greg,
How you doing?
what's going on over there?
Oh boy. Hi, well, first of all, hi Jackie. I think you're an incredible writer,
Thank you so much.
and I hope you have success for the rest of your life. I'm sure you will.
That's
you're
very
a great
nice
writer.
of you. Thank you.
Drew, Adam, how you guys doing?
Greg, what's up?
I met this girl that just moved down here to Florida from New York through a local personal ad correspondent kind of deal. And I put an ad in.
We're about as supportive of that kind of dating as we are the internet thing.
Yeah, well, I had tried internet, but usually I
We're
got...
not too hip on either of those.
What's that?
We don't like either of those.
Well, I had just tried it just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
And I met this girl, and we had pretty much everything in common. It was just incredible how much we had in common. Same sense of humor and everything. And we spent maybe a week and a half.
How many
together.
different senses of humor are there, by the way, Adam?
There's good, there's
well, we had-
medium, and there's poor.
Well,
That's
let's just
about
say,
it.
We're very witty. We're very very quick-minded and witty.
All right.
But we spent maybe a week and a half together. Like when we're not working, we were together, basically. And we did have sex. And while we were on the phone, we talked the first night for 10.5 hours.
All right. And what's happening now? What's the question?
Well, the question is, okay, we had sex, right? And she was very adamant about condoms, but yet she went all the way with me without wearing it. I just took it as that she felt comfortable with me. And we spent almost a week and a half together, and everything was going fine. And just out of the blue, this past weekend, she says that she needs space and she needs some time to regroup and maybe she made some mistakes or whatever. And so we kind of mutually agreed to be friends.
Yeah.
Now.
Hey,
What I'm saying, I talked to some people, and
is
they're
this
saying maybe
Oscar
I should
Wilde?
back
Who
off.
is this?
What?
What's the deal, Greg?
Witty
What is the question?
repartee. Go, Greg.
What is the question?
I just want to know, should I back off and just let her have
yes.
She
space?
told you to back
Maybe
off.
If she's scared of commitment, what is
And
it?
look, this is somebody you don't know. You've spent a little bit of time with her. You have no idea who she is. You don't know what her character makeup is. You really don't know what her life is, what her needs are. I mean, she's telling you something. I've been dating, and now I'm not dating.
And,
That's it. That's all you
Jackie,
know about it.
Translate for the young stoned boys out there what a woman means when she says, I just want to regroup and back off a little, especially when it's a new relationship.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
Thank you. Yeah.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The regrouping takes place 9 years into the marriage after your constant drinking has ruined the lives of your young children. That's where the regroup takes place.
It's like when a guy says to a woman, I can't make you happy.
Right.
It's the get out line. So,
Absolutely.
Greg, you should say, I had a nice time with her. She's, great, but
And it's
get
the
out.
only shot you have, because if you go chasing after the woman, she's just going to start
Forget it.
running.
Also,
Yeah.
people really need to acknowledge who the other person is. I mean, he really has no idea who she is. He knows that he had some fun times with her, and they shared a sort of a quasi sense of humor together. That's it. That was his whole sense of this person.
Yeah.
I have no idea who she was because neither does Greg.
Hey.
And who knows what's going on with her.
Jackie, you want to hear my dump line?
Yes, I do.
You can put it in your next
this
book.
sounds good, yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
Of course.
I don't like you.
You actually say that?
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
put
like
that
you.
in. No, I've never done that.
No.
I always get
But
dumped.
you do say it's not me, it's you.
What I do in a relationship is I misbehave until the person dumps me, and then it was them who did the dumping.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
It's sort of like
that is very interesting.
You don't wanna,
a lot of guys do.
You don't want to quit your job, so you just show up drunk
Yeah.
for a week, and then you get fired.
Yeah, it's like when a woman says to a man, if you ever screw around on me, we're over. As soon as he wants to get out of the relationship, he screws around.
Right. He
and you're
bangs
over.
one of her friends and gets out of the
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly.
You never said that to your man,
no,
have you?
I didn't. No.
Would you mind if your man screwed around a
Yeah,
little?
I'd mind.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're not driving me to the airport.
I'd do a
tomorrow.
Lorraine above it.
Jeff.
I heard a preview from one
What?
of these Dawson's Creek or something, and the preview was basically you need to go out and have sex with so and so because you got to get that out of your system.
Oh, that was like Ally McBeal.
Yeah, Ally McBeal. If two people love each other, they'll be together, and that is again such a misrepresentation of how humans work. You go out and have sex with somebody else, you're going to have feelings for somebody else. That's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why you go
There
to a
are so many
prostitute.
lines out there.
But it's just a misconception. Our culture is so screwed up about the interpersonal
Right.
experience.
Drew, it's a little early for the kids to be killing themselves.
All
Let's
right,
just
let's
wait
go.
until the
All right,
11
let's go.
o'clock hour. Jeff,
Yes,
you're 31.
yes.
What's going on?
Well, in a nutshell, I've been married twice. I've had cancer twice. And when I date, those are kind of several strikes against
What
me.
kind of cancer have you had?
I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
That came back?
Yeah. Actually, I was in remission for about 4 or 5 months, and then I came back and had to go through a bone marrow transplant and all that.
Okay. And now cure?
Huh?
We're at a cure now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been out. It's going to be free and clear from treatment about 3 years now.
Okay. Good
I
luck.
found out when I was 27.
Okay.
And the second marriage, I had cancer, the first time before we got married, and then we got married, and it came back about 3 months after.
Did that break up the marriage?
I think it did, because in doing all the chemotherapy and the radiation didn't have to do anything with this.
Well, it's pretty stressful, though.
Chemotherapy, it made me sterile.
Well, but that notwithstanding, it's a stressful thing to go through with somebody. It changes
Right,
the relationship.
I agree.
All right, so what's the question, Jeff?
Well, my question is, when I go out and date and everything, I'm, afraid to. I mean, I guess I don't know when I should break the news to people, because I get, oh wow, that's bad or whatever, and they're not like saying that they're not holding any of that against me, but it seems like then as time goes on, I don't know.
But you're free of cancer, aren't you?
Yeah, but
Essentially.
All right.
a lot of it, though, could be maybe a little bit of my paranoia, because even my wife, when we got married and then I found it the second time, she was like, oh, I didn't think you could get it the second time.
And that's what broke the marriage up the second time?
Well, I think that had a part of it, definitely,
Well,
that being sick again. But I just am wondering, like, when you... or when I go out and I'm dating, is it something that...
I don't think it's something you have to wear like some sort of placard, some sandwich board or something. I mean, I think it's something that it's part of your experience, it's part of who you are, but it's not something that people need to know up front. I think if you throw it too much up in the beginning part of a relationship, you're going to freak people out who are not yet understanding who you are.
Well,
or attract people who are going to be the saving types. Go ahead.
No, listen, people don't want to hear too much on the first couple of dates, good or
Anyway.
bad or whatever it is, and I don't think they judge you by what you're telling them. They judge you by the fact you're telling them it.
Right.
Now, if you know what I'm
right.
saying,
It's like people talking about their latest breakup or their
Right,
divorce.
right.
Yeah, it's not
The other
that...
person doesn't want to hear it on a first date or a second date
Right,
or even
but
a third date.
I deem people as weird not because they've been through whatever they've been through in their life,
They
but
can't
the
stop
fact
talking
that they're
about it.
telling me and I don't know them.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
this seems like the tip of the iceberg
I agree.
for me. So
way into it when they're really finding out about who he is and his historical details and what kind of stuff he's been through, and somebody is in a position to really care about your history.
Right.
That's when you tell them about it.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jeff. I think you should kind of just go out and have a good time. It's obviously a very sensitive issue for you because of the fact that it's happened to you twice.
I've learned this the hard way on dates about talking about putting the jacuzzi jet in my ass. I've learned that this is something that's best saved for the fifth or sixth date, not the first or second.
Let's revisit that glorious
This is something you shouldn't go to. Now, once in a while, you might strike gold. There may be someone out there who's hugely attracted to a guy who puts a jacuzzi jet in his ass.
And that's your woman, I guess.
And you see fireworks, or you at least smell something when you meet that woman. But I've learned to steer clear of this conversation. And I'm sure everybody has their own skeletons or jets in their closet
they must do.
They keep there, and they don't bring it up. And Jackie makes a good point, which is for some reason when two people get together, they like to talk about past relationships. It's always something that seems to come up on the first or second date, and it's the kiss of death.
It's the kiss of death.
Don't
Absolutely.
do it. You're both virgins.
Exactly.
As
That's
far
the way to
and
approach it.
where she learned fellatio like that is none of your business.
Exactly.
That's a God-given talent. All right, Jackie, you're hanging out. You sure you're not going to turn those earphones around and mess your hair up?
No, I'm not going to mess my hair up.
You look very uncomfortable.
I'm not. I'm used to it.
Okay. All right. Drew?
Yeah.
Okay.
The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
It's not hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
There's no alternative.
Hey, that's a little fastball. Playing that song live last night. Jackie Collins is here. Jackie's wrote-in. That's why I'm not a writer. She's wrote-ed Thrill, which is her 17th book, and she has sold more books than McDonald's has sold burgers. She really has. And here's my question to you and anyone else who's made a gazillion dollars working. Isn't that enough? Why don't you relax? That's enough.
I'm very relaxed. I love what I do.
Oh, please. You're just bitching about getting up at 4 in the morning and doing that godforsaken satellite.
I was saying you can think about me while you're at the airport at 7 o'clock after you've whined your way there.
I'm going to... I don't take this... Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to think about you tonight.
Okay, good.
Right before I go to bed.
I won't take it the wrong way.
Part of a ritual.
I love what I do. I get up every morning and I think life is an adventure, and I can't wait to do what I do.
Let me explain what an adventure is. Adventure is whitewater rafting. An adventure is going on safari in Kenya. It's not getting up at 4 in the morning and heading down to Westwood 1 and talking to some idiot in Branson, Missouri about your 17th book.
Everybody has their own idea of what an adventure is, and that's what makes the world go round. You know.
I tell you, I want to meet your daughters. you have 2 or 3 of them?
I have 3 of them, and you'd be the last person they'd meet.
Oh boy, they have boyfriends and stuff.
Yes,
they live out here.
Yeah. They have boyfriends and stuff.
And they're good looking, right?
And they're good looking.
Oh
yes.
yeah, they have to be.
Now, do you have any kids?
No.
Do you have any wives?
No.
Do you have any exes?
No.
Have you had any long-term relationships?
I dated this Korean hooker for a weekend when I was...
Is that your longest relationship?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Yes.
But, you know...
And how long have you been with her?
2 years now.
And are you going to get married?
Oh, boy.
Have you talked about it?
I was explaining... Yes, we've had this discussion before when I...
You want to get married and she doesn't, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sure.
I got my dress picked out.
I can never understand this whole thing. You know, you read so many books, and at the end of the book, the guy says to the girl, well, I think, honey, we should get married. And she goes, oh, that's so great. It's the most wonderful thing I've ever heard. Well, in my books, women never want that. Women have great lives, and they,
I got to get my girlfriend some of these books.
The way women have...
What about this book, Thrill? This is a lesbian in this book, too?
We're not talking about lesbians, are we? Is your girlfriend a lesbian?
No, she wants to get married. The ones that don't want to get married are lesbians.
Oh, you really believe that?
Oh, please,
come
yes.
On, please.
Come on.
Give me a break.
I could get to the bottom of it if I talked to him.
You're really an old-fashioned boy,
Thank you. With newfangled lesbian ideas. No, I was saying last night that I would like to get... we were talking to someone who had been married 6 times, or someone had been married 6 times, and I was saying I am prepared to get married like half a time. That's what I could commit to, because this is completely the woman's game. It's the dress, it's the church, it's the family, it's the dream of every woman come true to dress 5 or 6 of her dress that. You get
such
that
an
out?
old-fashioned idea.
Please, with the S word here, Jackie. We are.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I appreciate.
Didn't realize.
No, I like. I'm
Well, you
complimented.
said penis earlier, so I figured it was okay.
Yes, but this isn't the UK where you get to just willy-nilly use the S word.
Oh, okay.
We have.
All right.
We have
So
standards
I can say
here.
old bull penis, but that's okay.
Right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Now,
I'll remember
what
that.
are you going to argue with me about on this
No,
whole
I'm not.
marriage thing?
I don't want to argue with you. I'm just saying that that's a kind of old-fashioned viewpoint. Women today want to have careers.
Yes.
If a guy comes along that fits into their life, that's great. If they want to get married mutually, that's great. But I think women are kind of not sitting around waiting for some guy to say, will you marry me?
Maybe
And she
not.
goes, "Ooh, isn't
Maybe
that great?"
not like they were in the 50s. But who wants to get married more, men or women?
I think, did you know that
Thank
men
you.
live longer when they're married? Married men live longer than single men?
Right,
But it
but,
is something men need to be sort of coerced.
Rhinos
into.
live longer when they're at the zoo, but they're miserable the entire time.
You have
they
a
sit in a
very
big bucket of
jaded
their own
view.
feces, and kids throw popcorn at
You
them.
have a jaded
yes.
view of marriage.
Drew, am I right? Yeah, of course you don't you live long. You got no miles on
Well,
you.
but
No
Are you
venereal
married?
disease, nothing.
No, and I
And you're
bel-
happily married?
Yes, and I believe marriage
He has to
is,
say that because his wife listens.
No, I believe that marriage is a better quality of life and a happier state for men to be in, but they need to be brought into that. They don't naturally go there.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
don't understand it.
Because
But
we
when
don't
they
we
do
don't
go
have
there-
that we don't
Let me
have
tell you
that
where men
instinct.
naturally go. Over to your pad to find
Yeah,
your daughters.
we all
That's
know
where
where
we go.
you go. We all,
Yes.
I've got your number, Adam.
But that is the fact that it is a femininely driven, whether it's by women or by feminine aspects of men, institution that is good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
But it indeed is something that Adam's trying to point out. I think there's not a masculine per se impulse to do that.
Is your current fiance attractive man?
Yes.
Okay. Would you have another daughter for me for later after my marriage goes south that I can, when I hit
Well,
my
you've been with
midlife
this,
crisis?
Wait a minute. Let's get back to your relationship here. You've been with this woman 2 years.
yeah.
What is your excuse? What do you say to her when she says, what are we going to do? Where is this
Says he needs
relationship
more
going?
therapy.
I need more therapy. That's my excuse.
Well,
I swear, that's what I tell her.
You do.
I made the biggest mistake of my life 2 weeks ago. I went to a tuxedo shop with her to rent a tuxedo for another friend of mine's wedding while she sat there and perused Wicked Bride magazine for an hour.
Wicked Bride magazine.
I think that's what it was called. I swear to God, I think that's what it was called. The point is that was a huge mistake.
Yes.
That was a big mistake.
That was a mistake. I agree with you.
My problem is it really doesn't have anything to do with her. My parents' marriage was such a disaster. I come from such chaos. I just see myself, most everyone I know has gotten divorced and their wife's taken them for half and all that business, and I just can't see anything in it for
I
me.
think you should stay single. I
You
really
right?
do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Until you emotionally grow up.
Of course.
Yeah. And
That's what I
then,
said.
when you're about 72, you'll make a wonderful husband for somebody.
I
She
told
can
her I
look
got to
after
get into
you.
therapy.
Yeah.
More therapy. Yeah.
More therapy and maybe a surrogate or two. Maybe one of Jackie's daughters. What do they do? Do they write
Let's
too?
take a couple calls. Come on,
Okay.
a couple
All right.
calls here somewhere.
All right. Allie.
Hello.
Hey, you're 27.
Hi, Adam.
What's going on?
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question about the vagina.
Mm-hmm.
You know how some women smell better than other women?
Different.
Different.
No, there is better. Drew, please.
Well, there's bad, and bad is a sign of a medical condition potentially.
It is.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, if
my question exactly.
Yeah, you need. There are several bacteria, and in fact, a protozoan that can overgrow and cause funny smells. So it is something that needs to be checked out, and it's easily treated now. There's actually a cream you can use, or depending on what the situation is, sometimes a pill.
Okay.
What's a protozoan, Drew? You know I failed biology.
A single-celled organism.
That grows down there?
Trichomonas.
So no, I think my penis has more than one cell. Couldn't be
Yeah, it's got a
confused
few
with
dozen.
that.
Yeah, it's got a few dozen.
Maybe like 10 or 8 or 10. And Hallie, is this something that reoccurs in women?
Can?
The woman that I'm seeing right now, I love her to death. She's wonderful. I don't want this to be an issue in our relationship. It's just not pleasant all the time.
Oh, this is your girlfriend's prom?
Yeah, God, she'd kill me if she knew I was on the phone with you.
And what do you do? I mean, boy, when you're in a lesbian relationship, you're a ass out of luck when you got this prom. As a guy, you can just sort of...
You don't always have to do the same thing every time you experience sex, though. You know, there are a lot of other things to do.
Yeah, but as a guy, you can get down there, kind of, assess the situation and move on to other things that are in your sexual bag of tricks. As a lesbian... you're in for the long haul.
Well, I think alerting her to that, and when was the last time she had a pap smear, and making sure that she's checked out and reporting that to her gynecologist or doctor. And it's a simple, common problem, not a big deal. And she should talk to the doctor about whether douching and that sort of thing would be appropriate and how much and how often.
Now, does she have a female gynecologist?
You know, I don't know.
That would be cheating in a lesbian relationship, as far as I'm concerned. Yes.
I would be fine with her seeing a female.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Thanks for your concern.
All right, Hallie.
All right. You're a trooper. You write about this in any of your books?
You have to read one of them, Adam, to see.
I don't read.
I really
don't.
You have to learn. You see, you got to learn these things.
Yeah,
I've
too
come
old.
here to educate you.
Your reading has improved.
It's improved mildly, but still, this is a lot of book Jackie's put out here.
Yeah, it might be too much for you.
And there's no pictures, is there? Is there any pictures? My God.
Read the first paragraph of the book and see if you might be interested in reading it.
Yeah, but let me explain something. When I want to be titillated, I turn on the VCR.
But I don't write books to titillate people.
You don't?
No, I'm a storyteller.
Yeah, but
unless you're interested in the characters, you're not going to be interested in their sex lives.
Yeah, but everyone's getting it on, right?
Well, don't you?
Yeah.
In life?
Yeah, but
what am I writing about? Nuns and priests? I don't think so.
All right, to me, reading about people having sex is like reading about food. Not interested. I'll just go eat.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
Then you should read Thrill because it's a good story.
All
and
right.
Occasionally they'll have sex, but
I bet this thing is just chock full of sex.
This is also a difference between men and women. Women have a much richer fantasy life, and they can abstract about this and enjoy.
Very interesting you should say that, because I always say that when you read a novel by a male and he thinks you should put a lot of sex in, it's kind of rude sex.
Yeah.
But a woman
romantic.
writes in a much more erotic way.
And romantic, but it doesn't do that much for men. Men actually need the visual.
Guide put a picture in there.
This is not what the guys who write to me tell me. I can
not that they wouldn't enjoy it.
Those guys are gay, believe me. Listen, if I'm writing a book this thick, I put a hole right in the middle for the guy's penis. You actually have to read around the hole in every page.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
All right. Jason.
Hello?
Hey, you're on with Jackie Collins.
Oh, how you doing?
She sold, how many? 200 million
books.
Oh, that is
Yes.
sick.
Hi, Jason. How you doing?
All right. How about you?
Good, fine. Thank you.
Well, this is a problem. Okay. I was with this girl this weekend, and we were in my room, and I was fingering her, and it was dark, and then she likes it kind of rough. So after I was done, I looked at my hand, and I noticed a little bit of dry blood.
Mm-hmm. What's your question?
And I'm wondering what that is.
Is she a virgin?
I'm sorry?
Is she a virgin?
Well, yes, she is, but...
Okay, so you might have...
Also... I'm sorry?
You might have torn or ruptured the hymen membrane.
And she said this has happened before, though.
She's a virgin who likes it kind of rough?
Yeah.
Who the hell are these virgins who like it kind of rough? How do you know she likes it kind of rough, or is that
That's
just...
what she said.
Yeah, you didn't prompt that at all?
No, not really.
I've never met a woman who liked it kind of rough with the finger part. You know, that seems a little like
Bizarre.
a bit of a violation, especially with the virgins. But is this your girlfriend, Jason?
Well, kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Not yet, really.
Well, look.
But it's soon to be, probably.
Yeah. Well, if you
I
are...
was wondering what it is. I mean, is that...
You damage the tissue.
Well, a lot of women do a little of this, right?
And God knows, maybe she's just beginning her menstruation or just ending her menstruation. I mean,
Well, I'd like to have a quiz with Jackie, who writes not extensively, but it does involve the vagina, and Dr. Drew, who pretty much talks about it and works on it. I bet you Drew knows more about the vagina than you do, Jackie.
Probably. I'm sure you're right, Adam.
You don't want to get into some sort of vagina trivia with Drew?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because I'll match him against any woman.
I'm sure you know more than anybody.
No, it's true. I'm really just more of I just appreciate it. But Drew really gets in there and digs around.
So, Jason, focus more on the relationship and less on these issues that I get this just uncomfortable feeling the way you think of her and the way you've been treating her, and I think she needs to learn how to tell you what it is she really does need, and you need to be less concerned about her having something or being broken. I mean, look, she may be menstruating, she may have hymen membrane, and there's plenty of reason for her to have some bleeding down there, okay?
Well, okay, thank you.
All right, Jason. Oh, he's so silky smooth.
Yeah, it just makes me cringe the way he talks about her.
I was finger banging this Betty, and she likes it kind of tough, you know? All right, Drew.
I don't know why I get so offended with
All right, but don't kill yourself, please.
All right.
And let's get the energy level up a little bit.
Really?
We're really into the show, and you're coming undone already.
Really?
Yes. You see him, Jackie?
No, I think he's very nice.
He's nice, but look at him. He's wilting. He's coming undone. Look at you.
Well, it can't be easy being with you every night. I can tell you that.
No, it can't. You know, I'll tell you one of the I've told this before, and it's one of those you had to be there kind of jokes. But my old stripper girlfriend was from Hounslow, England.
Hounslow, England. Yeah.
Yes, and near the airport. So she tells me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her once, she was talking, and she said, "You can't do this." And I said, "You can't." And she said, "Don't call me that."
And I can't say right. Okay.
All right. Can we go to break now, or are you going to? We need 1 second for the delay to repot there, Engineer Brett. You okay? All right. We're going to go to break, and we'll be back with the sailor turned author, Jackie Collins.
LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back. WEBN.
Man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine.
Hi, this is Barry White. WEBN.
Hey, Brett.
You know who he was on?
Barry White?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't it funny that was Barry White, and we were just talking about sort of older soul singers? Did you hear us talking about that, Brett? That is so weird.
You just picked Barry White?
You just picked Barry White?
And did. Just spontaneously.
I was just saying to Jackie Collins, who's famous, you don't have to say authoress, do you?
No, writer.
Writer. Yeah, I don't go for all that gender stuff like she's a comedian.
Right.
She's having a bat mitzvah, everybody. That's where a young Jewish woman becomes a man. Please. The point is Brett or Ann, I was just saying to Jackie, who do you listen to? And she says, she listens to soul music. And
was
she
that
mentioned,
on the air? Did we do that on the air?
No.
It was off the air.
You're tired, Drew. And she mentioned off the air during the last break that she likes a lot of these older guys like Al Green and Marvin Gaye and older...
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
But then I like Keith Sweat and Puff Daddy and all of that.
Right. Oh, boy.
I
know you're great in the sack. Any woman from England who's into Puff Daddy got to be good in the sack. But the point is I was saying to Jackie, we haven't really had too many soul singers on the show. We've had guys like, George Clinton and, funk guys
so
and those sort of. But it's just ironic that we come in with the Barry White.
Yeah, that weird
one, which we probably rarely play, and probably is the closest to what Jackie was talking about that we have in that drop repertoire.
Yep.
All right.
It's weird.
All right. Not weird to anybody but me.
No, it's weird.
Linda.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, you're 26.
Yeah, boy, do I have a problem.
That's good.
Boy, do you have a great voice.
Thank you. Well, I've been seeing these 3 guys, and I've been sleeping with 2 of them, and one of them is married, and found out that I'm pregnant.
You're sleeping with 2 of 3 guys.
Yeah.
And one's married, and you don't know who the father is.
Mm-mm.
What are you doing to yourself? Why?
I don't know. I wish I did.
Well, what? You're not using any protection with any of the 3?
Well, I'm not. One of them I'm not sleeping with. So.
With the 2, okay.
Yeah, but the 2.
Both unprotected?
What's this guy doing? Because I want to know what not to do in a relationship. Is this the nice one? This the guy drives you around and buys you a lot of stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fools.
But my problem now is that Well,
Are you
how do I go about telling the two? And
You're not using any protection with the two that you're sleeping with?
With either.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Do they know about each other?
The one knows that I'm seeing other people, but the married one doesn't.
Well, the married one has no right
And you know, he'd be the one who'd be pissed off,
Right.
too.
He has no right to
Blame.
comment.
You've betrayed me.
Yeah, that would be real fun.
Is he estranged from his wife?
No.
Does his wife not understand him?
According to him.
I really
according
don't
to him.
discuss his wife too much with him.
Does he sleep with his wife?
I don't really discuss that with him.
But what are you doing, Linda? Why these relationships with nobody?
I don't know. I mean,
Oh, should we gamble? You want to gamble? We haven't gambled in a while.
All right. I don't have a clear...
I do.
All right, let's go.
I feel something strong. Jackie, hold on a second there, Linda. Jackie, you got any money? Dip into that book kitty and
I don't
pull
think
out a dollar.
Money on me.
You don't have a dollar?
No, I don't travel with money.
You don't travel with a dollar? Was someone going to roll you for a dollar? Take a dollar out of that. She's got $5 grand worth of purse, and there's nothing in it.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I might have some money.
You do? Good. I got money. I got a dollar.
Okay.
All right, put a dollar out. All right, here's what we're going to do. We haven't done this in a little while. Jackie, we're going to gamble on Linda's past. She's 26. What the hell kind of environment did she grow up in that she's in 3 relationships, having unprotected sex? One of the guys is married. The third guy, this poor guy's just carting her around, buying her stuff and getting a handshake. All right. Would you like me to go first? Now, again, Jackie, we're gambling on her past.
Yeah, you got the strong read. Let's go.
Yeah, suffered a loss with Dad. Dad died. Dad moved out, hasn't seen Dad. Okay. Early.
How old?
Not past 3.
Okay, I would say her father abused her as a child.
Sexually or physically? Sexual abuse.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, it's a good call.
I'm going to go, Mom, Dad left young. Mom had a bunch of partners, and some of them were abusive as well.
Yeah, that's solid. Very solid, Drew. Was this Linda?
yeah,
Okay.
you all are so wrong.
Oh, what happened?
Actually, had a pretty normal family, I guess. Grew up, both parents around. Everything was fine. Went away. Well, actually, at 17, I found out I had to have open heart surgery, and that really put a
that was going to be my guess.
It put a perspective on death and living, and
no.
Well,
what was the
this
surgery?
ain't it?
Then
What was the surgery?
it was open heart surgery. Had
For what?
atrial septal defect.
Okay, which is not a bit, it's a surgery, but it's a very common one, and it's one that people should expect to get through.
Yeah, but at 17, you're really not. At least I wasn't equipped to handle all that.
Did
but
you
anyway,
just act out after that?
Very much so.
Drugs?
And at 19, I was raped and ended up getting pregnant by the stupid guy. And
who was the guy?
Abortion. Actually, I had been with one guy for a while, and then I had broken up with him. And the next guy that I dated, he decided he was going to have his way, I guess.
Let me.
Something in the past.
Yeah,
though.
does
We
Dad
gotta
drink
find
heavily?
something here.
Your dad? Your dad drink a lot?
No,
Mom?
No, mm-mm.
There's something.
Mom and Dad still together?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Dad never hit you?
No, mm-mm.
Uncle Lou never felt you up?
No.
When did you lose your virginity?
At 16.
Mm-hmm. So a guy who was in his 50s?
No.
No.
He was 17.
All right, so you never really
17
recovered.
I
dog
honestly
years.
wonder if there's something mentally wrong with me. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I know that in my parents' past, it's actually both of their grandparents. On one of each of them had been in an asylum for a while, way back when.
For what? Do you know what?
I think one was to do with depression. The other one I thought was schizophrenic.
That's back in the good old days when they didn't really diagnose you. You're just either nuts or sane,
Right,
and if
that's
you're
right.
nuts, you went to the nut house.
But no, honestly, I'm seriously wondering what in the world is wrong with me.
Okay. Well, we gave you a chance to blame it on your parents.
But
That's not.
well, something happened, and you're still acting it out. Why you are so frightened of intimacy? That's why we were going to the sort of the usual culprits.
Mm-hmm. And I've thought about that too, and I'm like, geez, nothing like that's ever happened.
Well, but then why not get some professional help with this? Why not really, if you're really interested in figuring it out, why not get in and sort this out? Because you're really on a collision course with trouble here.
All right, you need to have an abortion now, though, right?
Oh, geez, I couldn't do that. I told you what happened before, and it's just, I couldn't do it.
She had an abortion after the rape last time.
I couldn't do it. It just bring back too many awful
So you're going to have to figure out who the father is of this child.
Mhm.
You prepared to be a mother?
Huh?
You prepared to be a mother? What about putting the child up for adoption?
That would probably be an idea, but I don't know. I don't know if I could give up a child.
But think about what's best for the child, not what you could and couldn't do. I mean,
Yeah.
what is best for this child?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay. And I mean, if you're...
Can you sell kids?
Pardon?
Can you sell kids?
recommend it.
But you can do it?
No.
I can't.
Not legally.
No.
How much for one of your daughters, Jackie? Seriously.
Adam, you're a bad boy.
All right, but Linda, something is scaring the hell out of you, and it is if it has something to do with the trauma of the surgery. I don't know. You're not. It's not the usual sort
Something's
of
going on.
mood disorder stuff. The behavior's not that wild.
Listen, Drew, we spent too much time. But the point is if you're sane and you're not an alcoholic and there's not some chemical imbalance, then go ahead and feel free to stop whatever it is you're doing that you know you're doing that is wrong. It comes to a point in our society where just people have to be held accountable, and you realize what you're doing, everybody. Just feel free and restrain yourself a little bit.
Stop.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
I agree.
You can just go ahead and stop, and I would definitely give the kid up for adoption. Jeff.
Yes. How you guys doing?
Good. You got a question for Jackie?
Yes, Jackie.
Are you gay?
How you doing?
Are you gay, Jeff?
No, I'm
good.
No. Okay.
What would you make you say that?
Just playing a hunch.
Never
Go ahead.
mind. Anyway, moving on. Jackie, I just want to know what your definition of romance is.
Romance? Well, I think romance is different for everybody, and some idea of romance is, other people's idea of not. That's a very unintelligent answer. However, I think that romance is when two people want to be together and when they just want to do what makes the other person happy.
I mean, do you believe in kind of a gargantuan type of romance or more of an intimate type of setting?
Were you like a furry character from Japan?
No, I think romance is very much in the mind of the two people involved.
What are you searching for, Jeff?
I'm just kind of curious. I'm kind of asking different people and writers
Why?
and stuff what
Why?
their definition of romance is.
Why?
I'm an aspiring screenwriter.
Because he's writing a book.
Writing a
Yes.
You ever been with a guy, Jeff?
No, I haven't. They have no intentions.
Go and see a movie called Dangerous Beauty, which I just saw.
Jeff, you are going to be in the arms of a man within 6 months. That's my
Most
prediction.
women are talking. Jeff, I think most people, when they're talking about romance, they're talking about women are talking about their partner being emotionally present, being available in a genuine emotional way, and with that emotion directed at making them happy and feeling warm and loved and special.
Let me ask Jackie something totally off the topic. Jackie, how would you pronounce the thing that goes over the falls in Niagara?
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but what is it? What is the liquid that goes over the falls?
Water.
Water.
So, she says idea, but she says water. Yeah. She takes, I believe the Brits do this to F with us, American. You take the,
we love effing with you Americans.
The A off of idea and put it on to water.
You tell
and
me.
then you take the R from water and put it where the A was, an idea.
That's where it's supposed to go.
Oh, please.
And tell me what you say when you look at something, when you see a reflection. What do you call it?
A very handsome, Brillo-headed man.
No, what are you looking into?
Image?
No, what are you looking into?
A mirror.
Oh, you say, that's okay.
All right.
A lot of Americans go mirror.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, please, I'm a trained radio host. All right, that's funny. All right, we're going to go to break, and when we come back, I'm going to hold Jackie down and give her the water torture until she explains to me why the Brits have to take the R and the A and swap them on very important words.
LoveLine will be right back. WEBN.
Oh, you're right there. It's LoveLine on WEBN.
Hi, I'm Robin Leach with those champagne wishes and caviar dreams, and you're listening to LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Oh, he did the Carolla. Find the
Clive Barker.
Clive Barker drop if you could. Jackie Collins is here. She's a writer as well, and has probably sold more than Clive Barker and his grandmother combined. And you know about Clive's weird grandmother, if you know Clive. Anyway, we're going to go to a little 10-second station identification, and we'll be right back.
This is LoveLine on
Radio Station. We're the G spot on your radio dial.
Oh, yeah, right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
Oh.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
Hey, it's Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. We're here with the author, Jackie Collins, who has written Thrill. This is her 17th book. She sold 200 gazillion books. And this one is this on the bestseller list and all that stuff?
It is on the bestseller list, even though it's only been out a week, and even though I'm only just doing your show, it's already on the bestseller list.
But it's kind of getting to the point where you could put your name on some sort of shop manual to an 83 Toyota Celica, and it would immediately hit the bestseller list,
You know
right?
what? The book has to deliver.
It does?
It's very important in writing that the word of mouth is good. It's like a movie. You know, the book can come out and be a big bestseller. If it doesn't deliver, then it's going to fall off the list.
Well, it is a valid and interesting point that word of mouth is certainly more important, I would say, and I don't know anything about this topic, but in book sales than almost any other form of entertainment. I mean, because you don't see commercials,
Right.
you don't see billboards. I mean, once in a while you do for like Dianetics or something like that, and I'm sure Jackie's had a billboard or two in her day. But by and large, this is something that gets recommended by friends to friends
Absolutely.
and that kind of thing.
So therefore you have to deliver. I mean, you can't just write crap and then walk away and say, well, you know, I didn't even try.
All right.
And I love what I do, as I told you before.
I know, but you do too much of it.
You sigh. I do.
Now, see, I have this theory that anyone who does too much of something after they got rich from doing it is possessed by some sort of demon that haunts them. Yes.
Are you possessed by a demon?
No, but I don't have any money. I got to do this. Believe me, the second
That's why you're whining about getting to the airport.
Second I get a little coin in the bank, that's it. Kiss my ass goodbye.
No,
I'm going to start on a morphine trip and go home and watch Dukes of Hazzard. That's it for me.
Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That's American TV, sweetheart. It's not a bunch of those
sweetheart.
gay guys running around in women's clothes saying bullocks. This is real American TV.
American TV, good.
The what kind of flag? Confederate flag on the hood of a big American car.
What's your point, Adam?
I have no idea.
Just to take a call, please. Please.
All right, now why do you guys have to swap the R and the A?
I have no idea. Do we do that?
Yes, I think
What a
you do
shame.
it. You do it intentionally to disturb us American hosts.
This is Clive Barker, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Adam Carolla.
Corolla.
Carolla, he said.
Yeah, but Clive said Carolla, and Jackie didn't even hear it because it was in her native tongue.
He sounded good to me.
He's quite a dear man, that Clive. Ann, let's get Clive back whenever we can. He lives right around here. What's he doing? He's not doing anything. Okay, calm him. Heath.
Yeah?
Not doing anything.
You're 19.
Yeah.
Or as Jackie would call you, Heather.
Just don't call me Heather. Listen, first off, I'd like to say I really love the show. Been listening to it for a little while. I got this problem.
Yeah, good. What's up?
A little while ago, I on an impulse. I don't know why, but I cut my penis toward the base, kind of.
With what?
Well, it was like kind of a dull razor blade.
Yeah.
And since then, every time I get an erection, it starts bleeding, and it won't heal up. And
Heath, you got to see somebody. I mean, that can get infected, can be a huge mess.
But
Heath, anytime there's blood coming from the penis, I don't even drive myself to the emergency room. I call in a helicopter, the medevac unit. Guys are rappelling down to my house.
Why the mutilation? Do you have a bunch of tattoos?
No. I just, I've already scarred myself. See, my favorite group is Alice in Chains, and I scarred myself AIC on my wrist.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. So it's not tattoos, but it's other kinds of self-mutilation. This is serious stuff. Hey.
What a funny penis you've got.
It's very big.
No, this is serious stuff. You ever been in
Rod Stewart, by the way.
You ever been in a hospital before?
Uncircumcised at Rod.
You mean like a psych ward or something?
Right.
Yeah.
You've been in psychiatric hospitals? How many times?
Springwood over.
How many times?
I was there for 2 weeks once.
Okay.
How many times, though?
Just one time?
Just once.
Okay.
All right. Are you still under psychiatric care?
Yeah.
All right. You taking your meds?
Yeah, I got Paxil and lithium right now.
Okay.
You know, so Drew really hones in on people that are, pardon me for speaking about you in front of you, Heath, but seriously disturbed?
Yeah, but I think Drew is really very, very good. I mean, I've been listening to him tonight. I think he's very, very good.
Right.
Adam doesn't think so. It's all
No,
right.
Adam doesn't think so.
Give him like a 4.
I'd give him a 10.
Oh, that's very nice.
I would.
I got to come to her rescue more. I'm letting you abuse her tonight.
She loves it. She likes a little rough trade, this Jackie. I got to figure it out.
Cut it out.
Sure,
You're
in
my
the
friend.
spanky.
Stop it.
Yes.
Heath, look, the self-mutilation is an expression of what's going on emotionally with you. And why people do often choose their genitals as a focus of this, and it can get very, very serious. It is, there's all kinds of theories about men and their castration complexes and why they choose to act out this sort of mutilation on their genitals. But you need to talk to your psychiatrist about this. If presumably they're monitoring your lithium levels, you need to get in there, tell them about this. They need to refer you to a doctor who can look at the wound and make sure it's okay. In the meantime, keep peroxide on at least 3 times a day. And recognize this has nothing to do with Alice in Chains, has nothing to do with anything cool. This is a symptom of your emotional condition.
All right, so get back to the psych ward. Debbie.
Yes.
Hey, you're 30.
Yeah.
What's going on? You're on with Jackie Collins.
Yeah, I have a question in terms of how much faith one person can put in physical attraction.
Let's hear Jackie's point on this before we jade it.
Wait,
you know what I'm saying? You mean like across the room physical attraction?
No, I mean like in terms of relationships.
You mean like all there is a physical thing?
No, I mean in terms of lack thereof in a long-term relationship versus...
Oh, you mean not having a physical attraction to somebody, but you're with them anyway?
Yes.
Well, I don't think that's a good thing, because I think that eventually you're just going to get bored with the person and you're going to be looking around for somebody who you do have a physical attraction with.
But I mean, do you take a lot of stock in that in terms of, okay, if then I end a long-term relationship and I'm attracted to someone physically next, how much stock can you really place in that?
I tell you what I do put a lot of stock in, Debbie, is not trusting rationalizations. And you're trying to reason your way into forcing yourself to stay in this relationship while your instincts and your emotions are telling you otherwise. You're going to figure out a reason why it's okay. You're going to have an axiom, an algorithm to explain why physical attraction is not a appropriate thing to be responding to. And in fact, you're forcing yourself to stay in a relationship you really don't want to be in.
Well, I think one of the reasons I'm asking this question is because I'm an incest survivor, and I do generally have a problem with that in general, obviously.
Of the male figure?
Well, not male, just physical. My own body I have difficulty with. And so I don't really trust it. I've had a problem with that for a long time, and so I sometimes wonder if it's just me, if it's something, how much can I really trust that? How can I trust myself?
Well, listen, here's the deal. There's no real definitive answer to this question, which is a little bit unanswerable. It's different for everybody. Women, I think, can pull off an emotional side and be attracted to a guy. I mean, look at a guy like Kissinger. He got a lot of tail in his prime, and he certainly was an attractive
she's
man.
Telling us something different. You were badly abused when you were younger, right?
I don't know how severe you would say it was. I mean, No, I was not forced to have sex.
Well, what'd you do?
I was forced to masturbate my father.
Okay, that's bad abuse, Debbie.
Okay.
That's bad abuse. Okay.
I'm no psychologist, but I think that's, as Drew would say, he's overstepped his boundaries with that maneuver.
Okay, so it's serious stuff, and I get the sense that you're sort of still fragmented from that.
Very much.
And do you have MPD or something like that?
No. It never got that severe, but dissociative disorder, yeah.
Okay, well that is part of, and having a dissociative disorder is in the spectrum of MPD, okay?
Multi-personality disaster?
Disorder.
Disaster, yes.
And all this fragmentation.
How come someone who's a survivor of incest and has MPD and whatnot has a cell phone and I don't? What kind of world are we living in? Where do you get a cell phone, Debbie?
Because because I'm in a long-term relationship with the man who loves me.
But here, you're right not to trust your
But
own.
you have no physical relationship with him, or you don't find him...
I do. Well, we've had difficulty with it since day one, and I always blamed it on the fact that I have this incest survival thing. But now that I've been through therapy, I'm beginning to question whether it's even there at all,
and
rather than it's me.
Because it's so common, there are a lot of support groups. You should probably see a support group and realize that you're not alone with this problem.
Listen, when males and females to a certain point, but a daddy has the ability to ruin daughter's sexuality, and do it in a semi-permanent fashion, and then it just becomes a matter of degree. You know, daddy being a little abusive to mommy does it a little bit, and then daddy forcing himself sexually on daughter does it a lot.
Well, I have this situation in Thrill. There is a 15-year-old girl who is being abused by her psychiatrist father in Chicago.
That was you at 15, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Come on.
So she comes to Hollywood, where she gets into
stay with her sister?
light hooking with movie stars.
To stay with her sisters out on location?
Honey, I never write about myself, just other people.
And that's how that happens. I mean, that's the kind of person that does that.
Exactly. So...
It just breaks my heart when people who are like big fat sea sponges get absorbed so much crap at an early age, and then they spend the rest of their life trying to wring it out of them.
Exactly.
I should write a book.
Why don't you?
I'm too lazy.
What a good idea.
I'm going to write a book about napping and masturbation.
Your two favorite things?
Yeah, and again,
How did I guess?
It's going to be one page. It'll be a picture of me asleep, and there'll be a hole in the middle, and that'll be it. All right, Drew.
Yeah.
You're coming undone, aren't you?
No.
You know what you're doing? You know how horrible a day you have tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like pacing yourself.
That is true.
You're thinking, you're like pre-tired for what you have to go through tomorrow.
I'm holding back.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
I have no choice. Because if I don't do that, I'm not going through tomorrow.
I want you to live life like Jackie Collins. Even though she's written 16 books, she's going to write a 17th. And even though she's doing a radio show at 11:30 at night, she's going to do some satellite BS at 4 a.m.
I fell asleep telling my daughter stories tonight, like around 8:45.
And that's kind of made you question your life, hasn't it?
No, it made me just confused,
you went, what
groggy.
am I doing? I really want to be telling her stories.
No, she fell asleep. We both fell asleep. And
She's you're a little disoriented.
And so it actually made me disoriented. I could. Yeah, it's not been right ever since.
Okay. You didn't wake up
Stories by tadpoles.
with an erection, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, okay, because that can be disturbing to a young girl. All right, Jackie, you're going to hang out for about another 5 minutes until we go to
5
break.
minutes, and then I'm going to leave you guys.
Now, what do you do?
But this has been a lot of fun.
I bet you got a big bed with like a canopy over it, right?
It doesn't have a canopy over it.
But it's real high off the ground?
No, not particularly.
Because sometimes I drink and I roll off the bed. I don't want anything too high. I don't want to whack my head on something on the floor.
Honey, trust me, you'll be getting high all on your own.
I can't come by. Do you have a duvet cover? A dust ruffle?
No, I don't.
I bet you got a big bed though, right?
Yeah, I got a big bed.
Big California king size.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah,
that's
California
good.
king
So we
size,
sort of meet in the middle, and then we both go to each corner
exactly.
afterwards.
That's the way to do it, isn't
It's
it?
really like a boxing match. That's how marriage should be. You meet in the middle, you get it on a little bit, little sweat flies. Occasionally, someone gets cut. There's some tears. Shot to the midsection, and then the bell rings. You each go to your own corners and call it a night.
Do you live with your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No, that'd be trouble.
You mean you have separate apartments?
Yes.
2 years together, and you got separate apartments?
Yes, that's what
Does
keeps
she have
it so
space
fresh.
in your apartment? Does she have a drawer? Does she have a closet? Does she have a toothbrush?
No, she doesn't.
You're really frightened of commitment, aren't you?
No, I'd give her a drawer, but I'd have to put the drawer outside. I'd actually
You're
just go
one terrified guy.
I'd just pull the drawer out and put it out in the yard. No, I'll give her a drawer. Drew, she can have a drawer over at your place too, right,
nice.
Drew?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
That's nice.
She's already got my drawers. Please, Annie.
Oh, hi.
Hey, you're 18.
Okay. Here's the deal. I've been going out with the same guy for like 4.5 months, and we're really committed and everything. And but the other day, I went out with one of my guy friends on Saturday night. We went out, we had fun and everything, and we came back over here and we watched a movie and everything, and he kissed me and I kissed him back. And I mean, I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it really is, but
It really says something about your relationship with your boyfriend, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know why it happened. You know,
Why?
he's been away for about like a week on the East Coast visiting his mother, and you know, I'm feeling kind of lonely and everything. He called me like once this whole time. We talked for 5 minutes. And I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling
Let me reiterate what I said. It's saying something about the relationship, isn't it?
And let this be a lesson to all guys who neglect their women.
Yes.
They will go out and even the score very quickly.
It's not even an e-score evening. It's just that when you're...
All right, smartass.
When she
Listen, my girlfriend dumps me. I'm coming right over to your house. I'm taking one of the 3 daughters.
Yeah.
Throw out the ugliest one. I don't care.
But when she feels that she has... it's like unmet needs. That she really is not getting what she needs out of the relationship. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I was lonely, but, you know, like he was there for me.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be so terribly lonely if the guy's only gone for a few days if you already were getting what you needed out of the
By the way,
relationship.
the guy,
It would
it's not
sustain
like
you.
the guy's in the military and he's off in Iraq or something. He went to his grandma's house for a week,
Well-
for Christ's sake.
Well, yeah, but, you know, it's
How
like...
lonely can you get in 5 days?
Well, she was already...
That it's like, you know, lately a lot. He's been like, his job is really demanding.
But Annie, you were already lonely, and his absence was just further detaching you from him. That's all. The relationship's in trouble.
And he didn't call. See, guys don't call.
Yeah, should have done this.
And no woman should be waiting over a phone for a guy to call because it's a total waste of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the relationship is in trouble, and you got to put him on a notice. And he probably has no idea.
I mean, I want to tell him about this. You know what happened.
No, I don't know if I get into that. No, the panel says
with
no.
Jackie on this
That would be a
too.
good idea.
Panel says no, but put him on notice that you're not happy in the relationship, and he's not paying enough attention. That you need him present emotionally in a much more sincere and consistent way.
Jackie, you're with me in that if you cheat and you want to end a relationship, you don't have to bring up the cheating part. You just end the relationship.
Exactly. Why make the other person feel bad?
Right.
You give the good old line. You know, I can't make you happy.
Right.
You're too good for me.
Right. You deserve better.
You deserve better. That's the line I was trying to get at. Yeah, that's it.
Samantha.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. How are you guys doing?
Good.
And so do I. I think that would be the finishing. That would be the part of that line you never get out.
I have a question for Jackie.
Okay.
I am 14, and I'm writing a novel.
Yeah.
And I've been writing it for about 10 months.
Yeah.
And I have an editor. And I would like to know, from your stand of point, do you think I would be disgraced from my age from publishers?
You mean, do you think they wouldn't publish you because you were so young?
Right.
I think if what you've written is good, they're going to give you a chance.
Well, they probably love it if it were really
Yeah,
if it were good.
if it was really good and
How
you're
old was
14.
Hemingway.
Emily Bronte, which wrote Wuthering Heights. It's like 17 or something.
Yeah, teenager.
Well, I've been working on it for about 10 months.
Well, who is this editor that you have?
Tiger Winters.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of her?
That's a porn name. Tiger Winters.
No, I haven't, but I think it's great that you're pursuing something that you want to do.
Oh, I love it. I'm just like you. I can't stop.
What's the name of your book going to be?
Well, we're discussing names, but I think it's going to be Don't Look Back.
And is it fiction?
Uh-huh.
And what's it about?
A woman who had a life of crime and changed her, trying to change her life. And, but her past comes back to haunt her.
Now, how do you know about this subject?
You see it on the movies and all like that. And it's so weird. It's just like a movie in my mind. I just see everything happening, and I just...
You didn't do any time yourself, Samantha?
No, not at all.
Well, Samantha, keep at it because you sound like you really love what you're doing. And if this doesn't work out, just keep at it. And then when you're older, you'll be taken more seriously. And who knows?
But you don't think that publishers would, look at the age and just go, well,
I don't think you have to tell them your age.
Could be a selling point.
Yeah, send the manuscript in. Don't tell them how old you are.
And here's what to do. I was thinking about this today, actually, because I was listening to something about would have been Dr. Seuss's 92nd birthday or whatever.
Wow.
If you can't write and you want to write, but you really have no ability, you write kids' books. I swear to God. Because it is like one of my mom's friends. She would kill me if she heard me talking about it. She writes kids' books, and my mom says, "Oh, Dorothy wrote another book. And it just got published, and it's doing great. And she has an illustrator. Here, take a look at it. Isn't it brilliant?" It's like Jackie and Jim jumped on the bed. Turn the page. Jackie fell down and landed on her head. Next page. It's like, listen, I'll write this on the damn airplane tomorrow before the first drink comes. I'm just not interested.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, but who cares about that crap? Kids should write kids' books. Adults shouldn't be writing kids' books. Should they, Drew?
I don't know. You've never read Miss Spider's Wedding.
Was that good?
That's a good one.
All right. I just heard Green Eggs and Ham read on KCRW today and realized...
Did it sound good?
No. It was,
I just watched Madonna reading bedtime stories.
Well, that's something else.
That was something else. That was pretty cool.
All right, we're going to cut you loose because, look at her hair hasn't moved. And she did keep the headphones under.
That's because I got to do satellite TV in the morning.
Yeah.
This was very comfortable. This was a lot of fun, guys. I want to thank you both.
Oh, yeah.
It was interesting.
Well, you live here in town, right?
Informative. Yeah. I'll come back.
You speak to Clive Barker, right?
I speak to Clive Barker once in a blue moon.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you do, tell him to come back and bring him.
Come back.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Wouldn't they be interesting together?
Send Joan Collins in here, by the way.
I certainly shall.
You guys speak?
Of course.
You hate each other, don't you? You do. You both are too competitive.
No, we don't, honey.
Really?
We're
you don't?
Friends. No.
You really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wrote something wicked about her once, though, and she got pissed off, right?
I did?
I'm guessing.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. Send one of your daughters by.
Yeah, I will.
Do they do anything?
Yeah, they do plenty.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Good. Send them by.
Okay.
Send all of them by.
Thank you.
All right.
And good night.
Jackie Collins. Thrill's the name of the book. If you want a big, fat thrill, go out and get it. Again, guys, no pictures, but a lot of titillating words strung together in the form of a sentence. So, we're going to take a little break here. Drew is going to rethink his whole attitude about the radio show, and we'll be back.
LoveLine's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back. WEBN.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Finding out 4 days in advance, for Christ's sake.
I agree.
All right. Well, unfinished business from the last break. All right. I still need a ride to the airport. Jackie Collins isn't coming through. We had somebody call who had some sort of limousine service, but they want me to pay. And,
you really not as popular as I thought you were. I thought there'd be people lining up to take you to the airport.
Drew, you got to take me to the airport tomorrow.
I'm not going to do...
Yes. I'm not sleeping at your house.
You can drive to my house, and I'll be happy to take you to the airport. But I'm not driving you to your house. I mean, I'm not driving to your house. You can come to my house at like 5:30, and I will take you.
5:30 a.m. tomorrow.
You drive to my house, I'll be delighted to take you. But we're gonna stop at the hospital for 10 minutes.
Oh, please.
Yes.
If I stop by the hospital, I'm getting an enema and an MRI. Which, by the way, I got the bill for that goddamn MRI I didn't need.
$2,700?
No, it was like $1,000, but I got to pay $200 of it.
Hey.
And I hold you personally responsible for that,
Right,
Drew. It was
of course.
your hand surgeon buddy that forced me to go do that. Please, any guy with an 8th grade education could see I have a common household cyst in my palm
Has he
and
drained it
didn't
yet?
need an MRI. No. I made an appointment to drain it, and then he was in surgery.
So you canceled.
What the hell is that with doctors? Don't they know when they're going to be in surgery?
Not necessarily.
And what about me? Doesn't this require surgery? This is surgery.
Hey.
You know what? Doctors
Elective surgery.
use the excuse of surgery as if they're not doctors. It'd be like, guy, if if you're a doctor, if you're a hand surgeon and you're in surgery and, we have to cancel because I'm in surgery, that ain't an excuse because that's what you do. If you own an auto body shop and the guy's in surgery, that's an excuse. But if you own an auto body shop and you have an appointment to bring your car in and the guy says, I got to pound out a dent and a fender, I can't see you.
You come to my
That's the same.
You come to my house 5:30 tomorrow. Everything will work out fine. Park right in front of my house, 5:30.
Oh, now it's on me. Please, somebody, I need a ride to the airport tomorrow.
Or just a ride to my house.
Yeah, then we're going to have some crazy listener knowing where both of us live.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ann, you want to give me a ride to Drew's house tomorrow about... yeah, you're out in the West Valley. You don't mind coming by Hollywood and then going through Pasadena, do you? There's no traffic at that time. Yeah, you swing by the AM, PM, you get yourself a nice cup of Joe.
What about the airport shuttle?
Oh, first off, those things smell funny. I don't know if you've been inside of one of those vans for a while. Let me tell you, vans smell bad just rolling off the assembly line. and forget about having some guy from some third world break a sweat in there and really work it in. I mean, that van becomes the equivalent to some sleeping bag that you were trapped in for months while you survived the elements. To these guys, that is their place. I swear to God, I got in a van, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
The headliner soaks in all the smell, and that's it. I don't know what it is with cabbies, but somehow you have to smell or you can't drive a cab. I'm convinced when they give the licenses out, there's some guy going,
"You'll do."
Yeah, you'll do. Next. No, that's not offensive. I'm sorry. I'm going to strip you of your license.
You're awfully picky for somebody who just really doesn't want to get in his own car and drive.
I don't understand that.
Here's my point. Here's what I'm saying, Ann. Drew is going to be about 4 or 5 miles from my house tomorrow on the way to the airport. All he has to do is swing by and grab me, and we're at the airport together.
That 4 or 5 miles is about another 12 to 15 minutes out of
12 minutes, everybody. Do you hear that?
Sleep. A very important
12 minutes.
Each way, pal. Up and back.
No.
It's like 25 minutes.
No, it's about 6.5 each way. The way you drive, please.
6.5 up that goddamn hill.
Please, Drew. And watch it with the GD
Drew
word.
always has to pick you up.
Right, and I've been doing it, and I'm doing it without
So I
complaining.
think if he's not doing it,
I
there's a
would
good
do it if it
reason.
were for my schedule tomorrow. I can't.
All right, I'll think about coming by your house. It's going to take me 45 minutes to get to your house. I got to take a billy goat an hour to get to your house.
Talking about it's the same thing. I'm coming down to get to you.
That is not true. Have anyone been to Drew's house?
Yeah,
I can't. I've been there 5 times. I can't find the damn
know,
place.
I know.
It's all one big cul-de-sac on top of some hill. You have to rent a helicopter to get to his house. It's like where Hitler's summer retreat. Where was that in the Alps? It says the Eagle's Nest up there. Please, and then I might have to see his wife, and oh boy.
Oh,
that's
yes.
trouble.
I'm going to wake her up especially for you.
All right, somebody give me a ride to the airport. Some female, preferably, with 4-door. Okay. Sue. Sue, you're 25.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I'm so excited. I live in Portland, Oregon, so I can't give you a ride, but I do have a 4-door.
Okay. What's going on with you?
Well, all right. I just started dating this guy. Great guy. He's 30. Really nice, sweet, good looking, but he's really shy, and he has never had a long-term relationship. They always cut off after like 2 months.
What do you mean really shy?
Well, he's pretty shy. He's not totally.
What does that mean, really shy?
Well, he's just kind of reserved. Doesn't like.
He's not sexed her down yet. He's not moving on sexually with you, right?
He moved on it.
He did?
The kissing. Yeah.
After you grabbed his hand and threw it in the direction of your vagina?
No.
No.
But
What?
the problem is that we've gone out 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and he started talking about, saying that his formula is when someone gets close to him, he feels like fleeing. So he was kind of cautioning me to not get attached to him. And I kind of feel like I want to flee.
Yeah.
You want to flee.
Yeah.
Not a bad impulse.
Yeah, good. It's a healthy impulse.
Go with the flee impulse. I base my life loosely on the fleeing impulse.
Yeah, especially when it comes on so strongly.
I flee from work. I fleed from school, relationships, authority.
But when a guy says, I can't have a relationship, that's a good time not to say, oh, I can make him have one.
Exactly.
It's a time to say, you know what? He's telling me something. I'm going to listen to him, and I'm getting out of this.
And by the way, ladies and gents, if you're with somebody and they're 30 years old and they've never had a relationship that's gone longer than 2 months,
that's a problem.
You ain't making it 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And you got to realize a long relationship is 10 weeks. That's a marathon.
But I could save him, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it's going to be nothing but meaningless sex.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to kick down the sex.
Really?
He's got these weird ideas about sex,
Yeah.
that women imprint themselves on men when they have sex, and it's all about territory.
Dating
Sue, he's nuts.
Does this guy wear like mock turtleneck sweaters?
No, he's a doll. He's the cutest thing. He's adorable and sweet.
Well, something happened to him.
He is, he's a doll, but you crack him open and rancid
roaches are coming out.
Crawl out of him.
He has an overbearing, moody mom.
All right.
That's the problem.
Listen, screwball, that's enough out of you and him. Yes, that's it. This one's over.
But he's so cute.
Oh, well.
Listen, there's a lot of cute. So's Lorenzo Lamas.
Cabbage Patch dolls.
Go date him.
I can fix him.
Come on, Sue.
I have a degree.
No, Sue.
Find a nice, boring guy.
No.
Look at Drew. He's cute, and he's semi-committed to his wife.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen Drew?
He's a babe.
I know. Such a piece of ass, that Drew.
I know.
I know. So whenever he picks me up to go to the airport, I try to coax him up for a drink.
Man.
Come on, Drew. How about a quick Bloody Mary before we hit the road? We got plenty of time. Drew calls.
Actually,
when Drew picks me up, he calls from his cell phone. I'm coming up the hill. You know what he did to me last time? Hey, Engineer Brett, listen to this. You know what he does to me last time I go to the airport? He calls me from his cell phone and says, I'm in front of your house. Come down here. It's raining. I drag 6 bags down there and stand out there like a jackass going, where the hell's Drew? Drew was just getting off the Hollywood freeway. Ingenious
Hey, well,
plan.
how long did it take me to get up there?
It didn't take
6
long,
minutes?
and you're lucky. But there I am running around the house in my underpants going, Christ, Drew's waiting for me down below. I'm taking the dog and throwing it into the basement. I'm
Have you
taking
seen
deodorant.
this place lately? It's like emerging from some sort of medieval castle. It's like, really like somebody is coming out of some some movie set.
Yeah, I lower the drawbridge
Yeah,
and come down.
drawbridge. There's gates now around it. There's this giant wall. You've seen the house?
One of my henchmen's going to take like a crossbow and puncture the side of the Volvo next time you come by. Melissa.
Hi.
Hey, you're 17.
Yeah.
State your question, and then we'll get to it after the break.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you
Just state
the story? I had to tell you the story.
Oh, boy.
In 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay, I've been going out with my boyfriend for a month now, and 3 years ago, he was in a coma for 3 months.
Oh.
And now he has, like, no sex drive, and he is, like, almost, like, he can't get an erection.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what put him in the coma?
some sort of overdose. I'm not sure what.
Intentional overdose.
I'm not sure.
He was trying to hurt himself.
I'm not sure.
Well, listen. You know what's going on, please. How old? The guy was 14, 15 at the time?
No, 18.
And somebody forced him to overdose?
At the time?
Yeah,
So he's 21 now?
correct.
Okay.
And somebody
at
forced
18,
him to took a needle and jammed it into his arm until it was
Well, maybe he was just like a little puppy that got into underneath the sink or something and took too much Drano. No, the guy tried to kill himself,
yeah,
right,
that was
Melissa?
an intentional heroin overdose.
I don't know what he took, but I just know it was an overdose of something.
Okay, and you don't know why?
You don't care to know?
You don't sweat the details in a relationship, do you, Melissa?
You don't care to know?
No, I do, but it was hard for him to tell me.
Okay. All right, this is good. We're going to go to break.
Okay.
And we'll figure out. I don't know if there's any connection between the coma and the sex drive and all that kind of stuff. But I'm guessing there's a greater connection, a thing that put him into the coma, rather than the coma itself.
Yes.
As always seems to be the case with our listeners. And we'll be back.
You have 5 seconds.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
WEBN.
Radio that keeps you up at night. It's LoveLine, only on WEBN.
All right. Well, the competition's really getting fierce on the Who's Driving Adam to the Airport contest that I've been holding here for about 20 minutes. This is where a lucky female listener gets to pick my ass up about 5:45, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning and cart me down to LAX. Melissa?
Yeah?
You're
17?
Yeah, we're finishing her call.
You're not driving me to the
No,
airport,
we're finishing her call.
Oh.
And then you're going to hear about the airport.
All right, let's hurry up. I want to talk to my rides.
So the boyfriend tried to kill himself or had an unintentional drug overdose. Is he a drug addict?
No.
Okay, so
not at all.
it was probably an attempt to kill himself then. He was in a coma for a while, and now you say he can't get an erection and doesn't have any sex drive, right?
Yeah, he told me that after this happened 3 years ago, he totally lost interest in sex almost completely, and he really hasn't had a lot of it in 3 years. So.
Well, is he on any medication?
No, not right now.
You sure?
I am sure. And it's like whenever we try to have sex, it only lasts for maybe 30 seconds.
Really? And then he loses his erection, or he has an orgasm?
He loses it.
No orgasm.
No.
Is he changed in any other way from the coma that you're aware? Is there any? Does he have any other symptoms from having been in the coma?
See, if this was a movie, he'd have some sort of psychic ability.
Right. But is he irritable, or does he have memory problems, or does he have difficulty?
No.
Communicate with animals?
No.
No. Okay.
And so we really don't know what it was like before this experience. Well, it's possible. It's possible. It's a neurologically mediated condition.
Either way, Melissa's 17, he's 21, and she sounds like she's in for a pretty tough row to hoe. Wouldn't you say?
With this one, yeah.
Yeah. Melissa?
Yeah?
I think here's the deal. You sound like someone who doesn't ask too many questions or make too many demands, but I think you're going to have to say to him that either he seeks help on this topic, or you're moving on.
And if it's a biologically based condition, there are these suppositories. The Muse system is available to give an erection.
Suppository means, does not necessarily mean goes in your ass.
No, this is a urethral suppository.
Is a lozenge suppository?
Lozenges go in your mouth.
What's going in?
Your mouth. No, mouth doesn't get a suppository.
It doesn't?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Think about it, smart guy. It's going in.
I understand, but I don't know. Well, where's the get the dictionary?
Okay. All right. No. Drew, come on. I don't have time for fun with Drew in the dictionary.
You get your ride set up.
All right. Punch him up, Drew. I don't know how to do that. Put him on at the same time. I've only been here for 2.5 years. Wow. Jezebel?
Yeah.
You're 26?
Yes.
Anita?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yeah.
You both want to give me a ride to the airport tomorrow?
Sure.
Well, that hardly sounds enthusiastic.
Well, I didn't know you had them lined up.
Well, it's just really between you two. Oh, boy. Well, there's not going to be a whole lot of conversation in the car, I can tell you that right now.
Will you be taking a nap or something?
I probably will.
Uh-huh. Well, that's fine. My chair reclines. So.
All right. Well, let me just get some facts. First, Jezebel.
Okay.
You're 26. What kind of car do you drive?
It's a Dodge.
Uh-oh. Dodge what?
Chrysler. I just got the car because I wrecked my other car.
Okay.
It's a,
We're already off to a bad start.
It's not luxury.
What is?
It'll get you where you need to go.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be picky.
Oh, boy. We got someone who got loaded and wrapped her last car around a telephone pole. She's driving a Dodge I don't know what, and she's shooting some attitude 2 seconds into the conversation. All right, Jezebel, I'm about ready to hang up on you.
Oh, well, that's not very nice.
Unless you can do, are you exceptionally attractive?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That department's taken care of.
Yeah, I know. I know you got to be good looking because no one would be that mean.
Exactly.
Ugly people are much nicer. All right, so Jezebel, what you got going for you is you're good looking.
Good looking.
And you're driving a newer car. What year's your car?
No, this car's old. It's an 86.
An 86 Dodge. And let me tell you something. An 86 Dodge is like driving a 57 Datsun.
I know.
American cars just don't age that well.
It just doesn't.
American cars age like porn stars. All right, so that's rough. You couldn't borrow your boyfriend's car or something?
No.
No. What city do you live in?
I live near Miracle Mile.
Okay, that's not too bad. Anita?
Yeah.
What kind of vehicle do you drive, Sweet Pea?
I drive a 98 Dodge Neon.
Oh, it's a lot of Dodge folks out here. Now, that Neon, although it's a new car, it's a very small car.
My car's big.
Yeah.
It's roomy.
Yeah.
It'll fit the Brillo and all.
Oh, yes. All right, so, Drew, what are you doing? Don't mess with these girls. Boy, this is... why'd you get rid of Anita?
I thought you made your choice.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
But I want... Anita, what do you look like?
I'm pretty good looking. I'm 19. I've always got...
That age card only goes so far, by the way.
Excuse me?
I mean, there are plenty of unattractive 19-year-olds.
Yeah, but I'm pretty good looking.
You are?
Yeah.
And what city do you live in?
Panorama City.
Yeah, that's a little further than the Miracle Mile. And you know we're going all the way to LAX.
Uh-huh. I just took a girlfriend there the other day.
You know how to get there. And Jezebel, seems to me that you might have difficulty when that alarm goes off at 5 this morning.
Well, I'm getting ready for bed right now.
Oh, you are?
Boxers and in my T-shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't sleep in the nude?
No.
No. What will you be wearing when you pick me up tomorrow?
Probably a sweatshirt and some jeans.
Okay. No shoes?
And, yeah, shoes, of course.
Okay. Just wanted to check. All right, this is tough. Anita?
You.
I'm starting to lean a little more toward Jezebel. I don't know why. I'm just playing a wild
Well,
hunch.
it's also because you don't abuse her. Coming all the way from Panorama City.
Yeah, I'm going to be calling Drew up if I get abused.
Yeah, that sounds kind of far. Jezebel, you're not some kind of wacko who's going to, like, find out where I live and then come stalk me or something, are you?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Jezebel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You all right?
No.
You don't have some weird collage made up of just pictures of me?
I just got the doll of you. I got a big Brillo pad on top, some pins.
All right.
No, I'm just joking.
What do you do, Jezebel?
Sales assistant
Sales assistant.
for Payne Weber.
Uh-huh. All
I'm
right.
not going in tomorrow because I have a couple things I need to take care of.
Really?
So I thought I could drop you off at 6.
Yeah, you got to be good looking. Yeah, ugly person pulls that crap, they get fired. All right, I think I'm going with Jezebel, Anita, because I just couldn't see putting poor sweet Anita through that big drive from Panorama City. That's all the way out by Kaiser,
But
right,
it's-
Drew?
Yeah, very nice, Anita, to offer. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, Jezebel, I got to be honest with you. I'm happy for the ride. I'm not thrilled so far. Can you get a new car?
No, I'm afraid not.
You couldn't rent like a Cadillac Brougham or something, or a town car or something for tonight?
No, I can't afford it.
Okay, but you're coming from... all right, we're going to put you on hold.
Okay.
All right, you're number one, Jezebel.
I think I'm the only one left. Aren't
Well, that's why you're number one. All right. And I'm still hoping for somebody... I'm hoping for, like... what the hell's that... chick's name was billboards are up all over the place with the pink.
Yeah, I'm blanking now that you bring it up. Angeline?
Angeline, yeah. I'm hoping like Angeline is listening. It's going to come by and like rev the pink Corvette out front of the house, and I just run in and jump through the T-top. No.
Dude, would you want to see her that early in the morning? She probably doesn't have her makeup on yet.
I'm guessing she's up all night, though. It's probably just, hitting
Think about the
her
fact when we had her on this show, it was 14 years ago.
Wow.
Hey,
and then it was...
I saw her at the Beechwood Market about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that ain't right. All right, Drew, you looked up orifice or a suppository?
A readily meltable cone or cylinder, usually medicated material for insertion into a body passage or cavity, as opposed to a medicated candy, which is a lozenge.
But one...
A small, often medicated candy.
Still going with me being right, just because I'm confused and scared. Sarah.
Yeah,
You're
hi.
20. Hey, I'm still... listen, I still got 5 minutes for someone to beat out Jezebel here and give me a ride to the airport tomorrow morning.
You know, I'd offer. I live
Oh, good.
in Santa Barbara, though, but I am going to L.A. tomorrow.
Jezebel wrecked her last car and is driving a 78 Dodge Swinger. What'd you say, Sarah?
What do I what?
Did you want to give me a ride?
There's another one. There's
You know
more
what
up
time I
there.
have to leave Santa Barbara to pick you up?
No, that's fine.
Yeah. I have
All
a
right.
Jetta, though.
All right.
Yeah, it's a cute little car.
What's your question?
Okay, here's my deal. Like, ever since I was younger, I've mostly befriended guys. Like, mostly had guy friends. Just, I don't know, just more fun, I guess. And I guess my problem ever since I was in high school is always being attracted to my guy friends, you know?
Right.
And not really, you know, when other guys would show any interest in me who weren't in my little circle of friends, I just...
Okay, I got to find a ride to the airport, so just knock it off, would you? Thank you. Hillary,
Yes.
you're 22.
Yes, I am.
Poor Sarah's been on hold for 91 minutes. All right, sorry. Hillary, what can you do for me?
I can give you a ride to the airport.
What do you drive, sweetie?
I drive an Acura Integra.
Oh, that's nice. What year?
94.
Oh, I was just thinking about getting one of those.
Yeah, they're great cars. Saved my life numerous times.
No, actually, I want to get the Legend, but the Integra's nice, too. Saved your life.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on with you in that car?
No. People.
Don't get you anything.
People are bad drivers.
Okay, what city do you live in?
I live in San Diego.
What?
Yes, but I'm willing to drive all
Oh, please.
the way up there.
It's ridiculous. You'll never make it out here in
Why
time.
not?
No, please.
What time is your flight?
Flight's about 7 a.m. No, that's ridiculous.
Right now.
No, please. That is much too far away. I thank you.
All right.
What do you look like?
I'm about 5'9", blonde.
All right. Now, listen, if you leave now... No. No. Ain't going to work. I got to try this one. Sarah.
Hello?
You're 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have a 7-year-old take you there.
Why not? You just have to ride over with, like, your dad because he's an adult in the car.
That's right.
What, do you got a permit, Sarah? Sarah, what are you driving?
I don't drive nothing.
Oh, boy. What are you going to do? Come over to effing rickshaw and drag me to the airport?
I have a question.
All right, please. What do you got, a chopperoo? All right, Sarah, listen, I don't have time for you and your stupid non-transportation related questions. All right?
Fine, then.
All right, listen, I need more women. I got about, I'm getting desperate.
That's it, you're done.
I got about a minute and a half here,
No,
ladies.
you're done.
Please, call in. Hold on. Jezebel?
Yeah.
You're not offended that I'm frantically looking for others?
No, I'd be doing the same thing.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on.
Well, that made her stock go up right there.
Yeah, it would. Hey, who is this?
This is Maria?
Maria.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you drive?
A 95 4Runner.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. And where do you live?
Ridgewood?
Ridgewood. Montana?
No.
Where's Ridgewood?
It's like
How old are you?
22.
What city's Ridgewood in?
It's it's actually like a Hancock Park type.
Oh, really?
In L.A.
Oh, that's good. What do you look like?
I'm 5'6".
5'6", yeah.
I'm a little bit on the thin side, but...
That's all right. I'll put some meat on you. We'll stop by Arby's on the way down the hill.
Brown hair.
Brown hair?
Light brown eyes.
All right. You're right? You're not demented or anything?
Well, not that I know of, no.
All right.
No crazy people on my side of the family.
All right. Hang on. Boy, you're really getting close now, real fast here. Emily?
Yes.
How old are you? What do you drive?
I'm 18, drive a Ford Escort station wagon, 97.
Uh-huh. Plenty of room to get it on in the back there. We'll fold the seat down. What city do you live in?
Pasadena.
Mm-hmm. What do you look like?
I'm 5'6", 130 pounds, black hair, blue eyes.
Mm-hmm. You consider yourself attractive?
Yes, I do.
All right. Hang on.
Okay.
All right. Boy, now I should have started this earlier. All right. We'll be back with the final decision after this.
LoveLine. Be right back in a minute. WEBN.
Hey, all right. I'm going to be real fast. Jezebel? Yeah, I'm giving you the morning off, sweet pea.
Okay, well, have a safe trip.
Thank you. The 77 Dodge was the deal breaker. And Emily?
Yes.
Yeah, you're too young and too confused to drive me to the airport. But thank you.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone. They might be Bob's.
I'm Bob, and they're mine.
The producer of LoveLine is Ann Wilkins. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.
We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming. Bye.